The following you're about to see is from my Fallout 4 playthrough session on the Xbox One, of which I was recording for my YouTube channel. It's about an hour 45 minutes worth of recording, which apparently didn't actually have the microphone recording. For some reason the capture program decided to set the microphone differently, with me being unaware, so it actually just did a double capture of the Xbox audio. Anyway, this commentary basically goes through the bugs I experienced during the first sort of couple of missions, opening missions of the game, of which I'm not very happy about to see these bugs in the game. So, I'm in the mission where, I've just come into the Concord town, and I'm going through and I'm talking to the Preston guy after helping him to kill the raiders and helping them to escape all the raiders. So I've got the point where I'm on the power armor for the first time. So I've got up to the top of the building here, and I go to get into my power armor. As you can see there, I complete the objective. Okay, no problems here. This is absolutely fine. Okay, so you see me here getting the power armor, as you normally would. And then I have to go and pick up the minigun from this crashed spacecraft here. So, as you can see here, just going up, yep, collect the minigun, no problem at all. And then the guy appears on the roof and I just take him out. No problem with the minigun. So, there's a couple of guys down in town there, as I want to take care of. So like, okay then, I'll just jump down because I can't take any damage. But, I accidentally press A whilst falling, and it causes me self to eject, and the power armor to just get glitched in mid-air. And Dogmeat almost gets stuck up there with it. So God knows how the hell that is possible, but that is now up there. So at this point I'm looking around just like, well, how the hell do I get that power armor back? There is literally, what the hell can I do? Meanwhile these dudes are trying to shoot at me and trying to shoot at us, of which I've got to defend them. So I go back into the building to go back up the stairs to the top of the roof where I just was. So you can see me here getting up to the top of the back of the top of the building here. So I thought, okay, no problem, I'll just slowly fall off the edge on top of the power armor and then get back into it. So you'll see me here do that. So, I've got to avoid being shot as well. So I jump down onto power armor, press A quickly to get into it. The camera is just, I don't know where the camera is at. The game freezes for a minute and then it drops down. Okay, no problem. So I can carry on killing these dudes as I was. I think at this point I speed up as well. Yep, so this is sped up just so it doesn't take as long. So you can here kill this dude. The car blows up, which then causes my health to get low. So then I have to use a stim pack to heal me. Go back to finish off these other dudes. No problem, but then you've got the Deathclaw that comes here, which you've got to defeat. Okay, no problem. I thought it can't be too bad with a minigun. Do that. Nope, the dog's in trouble. He's blowing everything up. Fires around me, so of course I'm burning. And then he comes along, grabs me, and then just insta-kills me. So like, okay, fair enough. I need to be a bit more careful about it. No problem. So I go back again. At this point, not realising that I didn't actually have the power armor anyway. I thought that I would just spawn back in it. So at this point I go downstairs and I'm figuring out, okay, well the power armor is not up on the roof, it must be back where I died. So I go check back where I died, it's not there. Like you can see here, I'm trying to go around exploring, and then I get killed once again whilst trying to look for the power armor. So I'm like, okay, at this point I'm starting to get a bit frustrated. I'm like, why am I dying? So I thought, surely the power armor can't be back here, surely. So I'm looking around here, you see here, Preston's just like, yeah, what are you doing? And then the Deathclaw just starts firing corpses up into the air. And then you'll see in a minute, he's got that corpse there, he's killed that. So I'm like, what the hell just happened? Corpses just flying up in the air. And in a minute, you'll see there, he just starts blowing crap up. He just starts blowing himself up. So I'm like, okay, I'll just loot this dead corpse. Why not? No problem. So I look up and I'm like, the power armor is there. The game has saved the power armor, glitched onto the side of the building. So I'm like, at this point I'm shooting, I'm just like, well, this is so annoying. I'm just so angry at this point. There was quite a bit of swearing, but yeah, I'll refrain obviously from that in this video. So I'm like, okay, how the hell do I get this? I'm like, do I seriously have to go back to the top of the building, spend 10 minutes getting to the top again to drop down? So I'm like, okay, I have to get the power suit, so I'll do that then. This guy's just like, alright, just chilling. So I'm like, okay, back into the Museum of Freedom it is. So back up the top here, as you can see, once again I have to slowly drop down onto the power armor to get into it. The game's telling me I'm leveled up, and I'm just like, I don't care at this point, I just want the power armor. So again, the camera glitches out, and it's dead. Okay, so I thought, okay, time to kill the Deathclaw, now that everyone's dead, no problem. So I'll go forward here, and try and find the Deathclaw, and he's nowhere to be seen. I'm like, okay, where is it? And the ejector meter is down there. And it turns out he's then glitched into the hole. He somehow got himself stuck in the hole. So I'm like, okay then, I'll just shoot you and kill you. So I'm like, okay, what else does he do? At this point, I pause and was thinking, okay, how is he going to get out of this? He's just there, glitching around, stuck in the hole, can't move at all. And then he suddenly pops up, oh, and then he pops back into the hole. And I'm like, okay, this is getting so annoying now. So, once again, the dog's just like, hey, you should probably kill him. So I tried shooting him again. I'm like, okay, sure, health's just going down, this is fine, no problem for me. At this point, I'm still not all with the controls, so I'm trying to throw a grenade, and I'm pressing the melee instead. And then he just buggers off down the tunnel underground. I'm like, well, how the hell am I supposed to shoot him then? He's just gone off. And then I launched into the Vax accidentally whilst trying to throw a grenade down there. So I'm like, what can I do? So I'm thinking, okay, perhaps I can just go down the hole. And I'm thinking, a bit risky to do that, so I try walking over here to trigger him to follow me. Still nothing. So I'm like, okay, I'll go down to the hole and risk glitching out again. So this is fine. As you can see, he's still stuck. So I'm shooting him, he comes, charges to me, wedges me into a corner. So at this point I'm panicking, like, don't die, don't die, don't die. And I managed to just kill him, as you can see there. And at this point I'm pretty frustrated at the game for having... It's not so much... Obviously the bugs I've experienced are very frustrating, but the fact that these bugs exist there in the final product anyway is what really frustrated me the most. So at the end of it, I'm get the Deathclaw, and I'm just like, the Deathclaw claw, and I'm like, okay, it really wasn't worth all of that. So now we're moving on to the Sanctuary Town. So we're moving out to there to set up base. So at this point, I've got to wait 10 hours for this guy to walk across the road, of which then afterwards I was like, okay, I could just fast travel, I'll just do that, because I discovered I could fast travel. Well, I forgot I could fast travel, I should say. Then this car, he's walking along, you would have thought you'd go around it. Nope! Tries to walk through the car. And the other people in the crew are just stuck there because they're trying to follow him, but he's stuck. So he's trying to walk around it, but then he's going back into it, and then he's stuck on it. Trying to walk again, and I'm like, oh, for God's sake, crying out loud, this game, honestly. And I'm getting so annoyed at this point. I'm like, I'm trying to push him out the way, I'm trying not to shoot him because then he'll turn against me. So he gets unfreed, and then Dogmeat gets stuck, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? And then these two get stuck. So it's like, well, what am I supposed to do here? This is absolutely ridiculous at this point, that everything is just glitching out as I'm trying to do these quests. And these are like some of the first quests in the game as well. So eventually they manage to free themselves. Dogmeat is still stuck, and then he manages to free himself. So okay, no problem, walking up fine. Okay, everything seems to be going alright so far. And then that's where most of the bugs end. I haven't got too further from that, because once I got back to the Sanctuary Town, that's where I decided to end the session of that recording. But I just have to say, Bethesda, and I know probably none of them are actually any developers or anyone from the company's probably watching this video, but if you are, what shocking results that it was. What an absolute abomination of that game. That is ridiculous to have those bugs in the final product. Bear in mind, that's the game you're shipping us. This is the game we've been waiting for a long time, and you ship us that. That is not acceptable. I can't even see how that got past quality control during the game testing. Surely I cannot be the only one who has experienced those bugs. Bearing in mind the movement and the collision boxes and all that stuff are glitchy anyway. There's a couple of bits where I was trying to jump and it kept falling down, so I had to go back up and I had to do about 10 jumps before it actually let me jump across to the other side of the building. As you saw briefly in the helicopter there, it got a little bit stuck trying to walk through the hole, wedged in the corner, and this is absolutely just ridiculous to have that. As I say, at that point during the commentary, unfortunately it didn't record the microphone, but there was, a few swear words in there at that. I wasn't super ragey, but it was just like more of like a WTF, this is stupid sort of thing. But I just cannot believe that is in a final product of the game. And the fact that it's been quite a while after release, it's not been like ages, probably like a month or two, something like, I can't remember the exact release date. It's been a while since then anyway. The fact that those bugs haven't been fixed yet, as far as I can tell, because as far as I'm aware, the game is fully up to date on the console. Whether or not this exists in the PC or PS4, whether this exists in other versions of the game, I don't know. But for the Xbox One version, I'm sorry, I can't accept that. I'm going to carry on playing through it. I'm expecting to see more bugs, as it is anyway. Once I do the new session recording, it will be full commentary. I'll make sure the program does capture the correct microphone this time. But yeah, I just wanted to do this video to highlight some of those really ridiculous bugs I was experiencing. And they're not, I wouldn't even call them minor bugs, I would call them major bugs. Because to me, especially as well, I'm really big on having like an immersive gameplay. And to me, having that take away from the gameplay, as well as also, bear in mind those quests, I was trying to do those quests and it was stopping me from doing those quests, or at least delaying me from doing those quests, because I had to either wait for the glitches to sort themselves out to try and get the power armor, or to wait for the people to get themselves unstuck from the car. It was just an absolute nightmare, and I'm shocked by that. So Bethesda, you really need to up your game with that. Get those fixed as soon as possible, because they shouldn't be in the first place. But those are the sort of bugs that should be fixed right away anyway. The fact that it's after release, this amount of time after release, and they're still in the game. And now I understand the PC version is probably a lot easier to push updates to through Steam. That's fair enough. The Xbox One version, okay, I don't quite know how easy it is to do those updates, but I should imagine that given the time of release, it should have been plenty enough time to fix that. But as I say, quality control and game testing, who tested it? Surely someone, one person, had to experience some of those glitches. They can't have all tested it and not experienced a single one of those glitches, because those aren't the sort of glitches which just pop up from time to time. Those are actual errors in the code which cause those things. They're not just random bugs that appear. So I'm going to end this rant here. I am really shocked and disappointed by that's in a final product of the game, especially from Fallout 4. Obviously, like I said, I'm going to carry on playing it and recording it anyway. But yeah, and it's not exactly what I was expecting. It's not. I mean, the story and like the actual gameplay itself, yeah, it's quite good. I'm enjoying it, but those bugs, man, they need to be fixed. So, thank you for watching this rather long, sort of, well, not rather long, but sort of commentary rant thing of the bugs. And I'm going to end this here before I go on even further. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the Fallout 4 gameplay, of which I'm going to have to try and commentate over the top. Or otherwise, I don't want to have to do this, but re-record the first 2 hours of the game, which is just not going to be anywhere near as good as what it was the first time. But hopefully I won't experience those bugs. Stay tuned for that. I've also got Tomb Raider coming up on the channel as well, if that's not already out yet. So, yes, I'm signing off now. See you guys later. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that sort of junk on YouTube. And yes, see you later. Oh, and one more thing. I'd appreciate if you shared this video out there to see if we could try and raise awareness of these bugs, and hopefully Bethesda will see it and get these fixed. Or at least make them aware of the amount of ridiculous things people have experienced in the game. If I'm sure people have already started complaining about these bugs.